April 2022 recommendations. Well, some accidental drama happened. My crush and I have yet to see if it's good or bad as of writing this, but an issue with that, I kind of slipped up.
Please tell me you didn't drag Sean into this.
I did not drag Sean into this.
Who's that?
I think you know.
I don't think he caught on because, but anywho, happy Easter if you celebrate Easter, and if not, I hope you're enjoying the springtime. I personally am not. I don't like how hot it is. I live in Texas, so it's always hot over here, so I'm not a big fan.
Alright, now it ain't that funny.
Come on!
Did I ask? I genuinely frightened. Did I ask what you thought? Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Snorkeling in the Nile, 3 square meals a day, plenty of exercise. Oh, it was paradise.
We were in slavery.
Nothing is perfect.
Yes, section. Mary kills people. A doctor assists people in their deaths, giving them assisted suicides for money. I quite enjoyed it, even though the show ends on a cliffhanger and many years have passed, so getting another season isn't going to happen. A nice girl like you. After a very innocent girl finds out her boyfriend watches porn, she decides to go and make a list to do of sexual things, like a sexual to-do list, I guess, in the things of a rom-com setting, and I found it cute. Perfect Blue. This was a movie that had literally been on my watch list forever, and it's one of the most popular anime movies of all time, and I've always wanted to watch this, and I literally, I've always wanted to watch this, so finally getting to watch it, I'm very excited. Honestly, sort of knew the concept of Perfect Blue. I wasn't sure where things were headed, so I really enjoyed it. Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal. I'm a huge fan of his other works. Samurai Jack, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, all that. So as a fan, I'm about to watch almost anything this man makes. Just because his name is on it, I'm watching it. And a man loses his family and finds a bond with a dinosaur who also is alone. And man, the ending is sad. It's a very short little series, but I would recommend because, Genndy Tartakovsky, man. Kotaro lives alone. Dude, this is so adorable. This show is so cute. Kotaro is an adorable little boy who lives on his own, and he's very distinguished little man. It's adorable. The show's hilarious and cute. I guess it's so cute. The Guardians of Justice. The show has a really cool vibe. It's filmed in a way that it makes it look like it was an 80s TV show. It literally is filmed as if we're in that decade, if that makes sense. The technology, the green screens they use, it just looks like a show from the 80s, and I think it is really cool. And I love it. I just think it's cool. The show is obviously inspired by Justice League. Obviously. Highly, highly inspired. After the death of Marvelous Man, the Guardians of Justice have to solve his murder. A lot of the stuff in this show is spot on, and I love it. They're not even trying to hide a lot. It's hilarious. I love it. The rental. A group of friends go to this rental home out in the middle of nowhere, the perfect setting for a horror movie. And normal horror atmospheres, some scenes are generally honestly creep me out. Seriously. Actually creep me out. Broken Idol. The Undoing of the Mendez Diaz. The documentary about a singer maybe getting away with murder, maybe not. I'm not truly convinced, but I'm not convinced otherwise, to be honest, so I'm not quite sure. Yosuke. We have the story of a black samurai, and it's a beautifully told story that I believe is based on something that actually happened, but I may be mistaken, but I thought it was something, of course, loosely, because there's not magic, but is something that did happen in their history, I believe. Rugal. After a tragedy, a man regains his eyes to take back his revenge. Love Like the Falling Petals. Bro, this movie's so adorable, and the relationship started out so freaking sweet, and then she gets a disease that ages her in a few months. She ages super quickly, and she's, to the point of death. Man, it was sad. And it was so sad. Like, it was hi, Guardian Spice. This show was rated pretty low, to be honest. Like, on Crunchyroll, you have like all these stars, and this one was rated like a 2. So I was like, ooh, should I give it a chance? Because usually if they're rated below 3 stars, I almost don't give them a chance, because usually anything rated under 4 stars on Crunchyroll specifically is trash. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it because it looks so cute. Well, I did. And I thought the representation was great. One of the best parts of the show, in my opinion. And the story about a magical high school. And I felt that they did things with the storyline that made it stand out versus other magical high school shows. Because, you know, that's been done a lot, especially in this decade of isekai. However, I feel like they did a lot with it that is different and enough to make it stand out. Jimmy Savile, a British horror story. I personally don't know who this man is. I don't remember hearing about him. I don't remember hearing about this story. I have no idea. But apparently he's a very, very popular celebrity in Britain, or he was. And he is such a creepy man. Like, he was so creepy already, but they found out he was a pedophile. Things he did was disgusting, like extremely disgusting. And you heard from his victims, and it was heartbreaking. Especially this one girl who I believe was his niece. I can't really remember, but I believe she was. That was heartbreaking. I felt so bad. Shinzo, murder of a soccer star. The story of the soccer player's murder and all of the investigating that goes with it. I believe it's still not exactly known what's wrong with this case and if they can prove it or not, but if it was his wife, but I think it was her, but I don't know. I just watched a documentary, you know, I can't really form a whole opinion from just watching a documentary on Netflix, you know. To Your Eternity. Man, this is especially the first episode was so well written. It was such an emotional ride and such an emotional ending to a character. And I'm not going to spoil any of this because I feel like if you do, it kind of spoils the emotional impact, so there's not really much you can say about this, in my opinion. But I do believe a season 2 will be starting soon with the characters and plot. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. First Daughter. So the president's daughter goes off to college and has a rom-com romance. We can make a romance out of anything. Superstar. Beautifully done docuseries about celebrities we lost too soon, and it's really sad and touching, and it really put me in the feels. Deep Water, a movie about this very, very toxic couple. She cheats and he like kills people, and then she like low-key knows it, but then she's low-key like ignoring the fact that he kills her boyfriends, and low-key she's ignoring all of these signs. I don't know, but wow, just wow. Fresh, a movie about a girl trying to escape her boyfriend. I guess he isn't really her boyfriend anymore, but he was her boyfriend, who turns out to be a cannibal. And we have another amazing performance by Sebastian Stan. He is such a good actor. I think he's a little underrated. Like, I know a lot of people know about him, but I feel like he's underrated as far as really amazing actors go. Because, you know, we have like you have Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, there's just people that are just amazing actors, and I feel like he's one of them. And recently he's been putting out a lot of movies showing all kinds of different like things that he can do, and I think he's very, very talented. Recovery Road. I wanted to watch this show back when it originally aired, like way back in the day. I remember seeing the ad in 17 magazine when I was in high school. And I wanted to watch this show, but I don't know why. For some reason I didn't get around to it. I didn't look at it. I don't know what the reason was. But I'd forgotten all about it, and then it popped up on Hulu, and I was like, oh my god, I always wanted to watch that. So I did. And the show has so many good things. I just love it. It's going on and all these cliffhangers because it only got one season, and oh my god, it just so many things were unanswered. And this was based on a novel, like the best things always are, and sadly we only got the one season, and it's really sad because I think the show is very good. Like, it was a really good season, so I honestly don't understand why it didn't get picked up for more. I don't understand that. I really don't. I thought the representation was amazing. I thought that everyone had, like, all the characters were fleshed out to some extent. I mean, it's only a season 1, but I thought that it was nice that they gave side stories to more than just Maddie, the main character. The new anime season has started, and I only am watching a few animes this season. Normally, I bulk it in, but because of my work schedule and current promotion, I have trouble watching too many at once. I do better when I can just binge the whole season, if that makes sense. So I'm watching a few of them, but I'm also trying to catch up on some other ones that I didn't finish last season. So maybe next season I will take on more, but right now I can only handle these 3. So Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it. Season 2. I honestly didn't expect for this anime to get a 2nd season. I didn't. I loved this anime. It was one of my favorite animes of the season it was in. The romance in it was so freaking cute. I'm so excited. I love this show so much, and I thought it was so adorable. And it continues to be adorable as 2 science types try to use science to prove that they love each other, even though it's obvious that they do. Like, they really just need to look in front of their face. I figure that's how it's gonna end. I think it's gonna be really cute. I can't wait. The Rising of Shield Hero Season 2. I loved Season 1 of this show, so of course I'm going to continue the show, and I've been waiting for this season for a while. As soon as it was announced, I was like, oh, I believe as soon as it was announced is when I had watched the first season, so, you know, I'm really looking forward to it. Hi, family. The only anime I'm watching this season that isn't a continuation of another show I watched, this is adorable. Like, this is so cute. The spy has to create a fake family for a mission. So he does, but he doesn't know that the little girl he adopted can read minds, and his fake wife that he hired is an assassin. It makes for great entertainment. Now for the meh section. Wonder Woman 1984. I loved the first Wonder Woman movie. I went into the theaters, I seen it 3 times. Like, I loved that movie. And this one's kind of boring compared to the other one. If you compare these 2 movies, they don't even come close. They really freaking don't. And the ending was kind of cool, but bringing Steve was so pointless just to take him away. I don't know. I really didn't like that storyline for her personally. I feel like she had this, if you're gonna do something like this, something so big in your series, to bring back a character that was lost, I feel like you need some more mourning. Show how she mourned. It wasn't even earned, and then it was gone. So, you know, it was just, I felt like it was so pointless. To her character, to the storyline, just, I did not like that. Christine, only so much you can do with an evil car, I guess. The Weekend Away. A girl goes on vacation with her best friend, and she wakes up and her life starts unraveling. And once you think you figured out what's happening to her, boom, something else happens, and then boom, something else happens. Oh, the kindergarten teacher. This movie made me very, very uncomfortable for multiple reasons, and this made me so uncomfortable. I was terrified the entire movie she was gonna molest this boy. Like, did not know where it was going. It was so creepy. Like, I did not know what was happening. She literally manipulates this child, then goes and kidnaps him because she thinks she's entitled to his poetry. Like, what the hell? Like, just because, and she was stealing his poetry for her poetry class. Like, how are you stealing from a little child? Like, what the hell? This made me so uncomfortable, and I don't know. I was uncomfy. The Fourth Kind. I saw people talking about this movie on TikTok, and I was like, you know, TikTok always comes together and brings us weird or good shows. But in this one, it's the latter. This movie is about aliens, a topic that actually always freaks me out in general, but the movie actually made it pretty creepy, and there were some scenes in it that was actually very terrifying, like, to where I was like, oh, Jesus? But I just didn't care for how it was structured. The Invisible Man. The idea behind this is kind of creepy. Technological advanced suit. He was Tony Stark, and if Tony Stark was a stalker, this is what the movie would be. So I feel like it went on just a little too long and a little too far, because the idea behind it is kind of creepy, and some of the scenes were shot and it was creepy, but I feel like they just went too far with it. Alright, now for the no section. The Haunting of Shin, Tate. This movie was just disrespectful. Like, I'd heard this movie was disrespectful to the family, and it is. No, this isn't right, and I feel like they deserve an apology. Info. A guy kidnaps this couple at gunpoint, but in all honesty, he's so chill about it. You forget he's a threat most of the times, but Lily Collins was acting the hell out of her role. So if anything, you got that. Also, my cat's birthday just passed a couple days ago, and Amelia and Diamond have turned 9, so here's to another month. Yay!
Yeah, I am single. But I'm single by choice. Just not my choice.
I'll get the next round, sir.
Aren't you a child?
Only in the ways that matter. Morty,
Stacy.
I've been watching you drink, Stacy. I get the feeling you've got a hard job. I wonder what it takes to please you. That's the job I want. Part-time, full-time. I want to be good at it, bad at it. I want to get promoted, fired, corner office, hostile takeover, workplace accident. I'm on my knees, Stacy, praying, worshiping, begging, whatever you want. What do you think about that?
Okay. F it.
Tink.